Hello, hello. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I do have some music playing. It might be a little loud, so let me go check background music. If you can hear that background music, I'm gonna lower it a little bit. Hey, John, Katie, can you hear me? Can you hear me okay? Last time I had to take this mic off. This headset, it wasn't working properly, so let me know if you can hear me. Okay. And can you hear a little bit of background music too? I don't have it on very loud, but just a little bit of background music. Hi, Judy. Thanks for popping in. Let me know if I need to adjust that background music. I'll probably turn it off shortly, but you can hear it too, John? Okay, good deal. Well, welcome. It is out in NC at least. We are raining. We are raining. It's raining quite a bit. So there is a chance that we'll have some nasty weather here, some high winds. So this stream might last its normal about 2 hours or so. That's about what I'm shooting for. Or this stream might last about 30 minutes. If the power gets knocked out, apologizing in advance, but hey, it happens. Hey, Tranquil, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. I hope everybody is doing well on this Sunday. Obviously, I'll let a few more minutes go by to hopefully some more people pop on in, and we can start. Hi, Logan. How you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Thanks for popping in. I'll just do some hellos here as people are popping in. Hey, Martha. How you doing? Just some good old greetings. Always good to have a nice group here, a friendly chat, if you will. So kind of like last time, have a little bit of a quiz, those who are interested in it. Some would you rathers, those who are interested in that. And then just a little bit of YouTube stuff. Because I think people are interested in some YouTube stuff. Because it's obviously important to make connections, but it's also important to, depending on why you're on YouTube, to do the best you can and to know what you need to do with certain things. Hi, Patty. Thanks for popping in. We will definitely, Patty, today. I'm definitely going to hit that Canva stuff I was telling you about in Rook's Live. Some of you may already know about Canva, but Patty, for you, I'm definitely going to show you kind of how you can loop a video and how to make like bubbles, for example, how to do that also on the laptop. I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's had a good weekend so far. Did anybody have any fun things they did yesterday? I went to a movie. Went to see the newest Studio Ghibli movie, The Boy and the Heron. Hi, NPP. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, I would, if you're a fan of Studio Ghibli, I think it's Ghibli movies, animated films, right? I would recommend that. I think it was a good movie. NPP, I know I only caught I think the last half or so of your premiere this afternoon. I was on Tiddy Cats Live, and I was just kind of jumping around things, and I saw, oh, you're live too. Let me go catch that. So I'll catch the rest of that. I'll see the beginning of it a little later here today, when I'm done probably here with this. Is it a good busy, Tranquil, or a bad busy? Hopefully it's been a good busy for you. Yeah, those who have just popped in the chat, just for the last maybe minute or two, um, we have some bad weather out here, so this live stream might last the whole time, till about 6 o'clock or so is the goal. Um, oh, Logan, hey, no problem on that. I appreciate you popping in, giving me that like. I appreciate it, and I hope you have a good rest of your Sunday, Logan, and a good Christmas. I'm sure I'll see you in live though, probably one of yours later on. But take care for now, Logan. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. Hi, Angela. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for popping in. Hope everybody is having a good Sunday. It's a soggy Sunday out here in NC. I think John was saying the same. It's doing a lot of, there's a lot of rain going on up there in Virginia. Logan, I'll definitely in a couple hours. Yeah, I'll tune into yours because mine is done in a couple hours, so that'll be perfect. Good timing. I will catch you there. John, I think you were saying earlier there's a lot of live streams going on. Yeah, Sydney was having one. She still might be having one. I don't know for sure. I think she is though. Rook had one earlier. So that's the thing, as things grow, there's just going to be more and more live streams going on, and people are just going to have to kind of pick and choose on who they want to, go to live and, catch the replays if they want to, if something that interests them. So that's just, that's the thing. Just kind of reading what you're saying here, Tranquil. I thought there was going to have enough cat food for the cats in the morning, so yep, definitely can't let kitties go hungry. All right, I'm probably going to let it probably about another 3 minutes or so go, and then we'll kind of start a little bit of quiz. Again, this is not something serious, this quiz. It's just a little bit of fun. I'm trying to make these streams kind of lighthearted and fun and learning. Nothing too crazy like some streams have been recently. I have to say, they've been a little bit more interesting. And let me see, I know that light's in the way, so I'm gonna, it's over there. It's kind of annoying me. That's not gonna work, but anyway, move my self over a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Just to get that light out of the way. John, what you saying? I get involved in one and kind of hang out, and then just get 4 others. Yeah. It's a lot. But one thing I did want to say, one thing that I felt like I needed to say on the stream, and I don't think it's gonna. I don't think this is gonna be an issue here. But to me, it's like we're all adults, right? So if you have an issue with somebody, if they said something in chat that you maybe disagree with, then just, respectfully hash it out in chat if you can. And it's kind of like maybe ask, like, what do you mean by that? Just get some context to it. Or to be honest, if you can't hang out and chat, and if you all have a problem, if there's some kind of issue, just kind of let the host know. Just let me know. And what I will probably ask is just if you can do that outside of the stream. Everybody has an email attached to their channel. So if you really have an issue with somebody, then, or if you're like, I don't know, you have a problem with somebody, then talk to them like via email. Don't bring it up in a person's live, because to me it's distracting, and it's not necessary. The drama is not necessary at all. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. Okay, we'll see if anybody else pops in as time goes on, and let me know if I'm talking too loud or talking too quickly. Hey, Baron, thanks for popping in. Let's go ahead and get to a little bit of quiz. Those who want to play in the quiz, cool. If you don't want to play, not a problem either. You just do what you want to do in this stream. I'm gonna make my little head disappear. enough on-camera stuff. So as you can see, again, this is round 2. We played the first one yesterday, and not yesterday, last Sunday, I mean. And so it's just all the same rules, and I'm going to show you who's leading. Yeah, John, let me kind of highlight that. We've seen some emotions and attitude lately on a few chats, but I think everybody's been good about keeping things okay in the end. I agree with you, John. Yes, I completely agree with that. And yeah, it's just YouTube, folks. I mean, in the end, it's just YouTube. It's not real life. It's just YouTube in the end. Okay, let me hide that chat. All right, I'll give a few extra moments just for everybody to say their hellos, and then we'll see the leaderboard. We'll see who's leading from last week. Always thirsty. All right, I'm going to go on to the next slide. So here is the leaderboard right now. As you can see, you got Danielle there with 1 point because she kind of showed up late in I keep on saying yesterday, last Sunday's stream. But she's here now. She had 1 point. Patty, you had 3 points. Martha, you came in late, but you had 5 points. Sean, who's not here at the moment, he had 6. Logan, who was in a little bit earlier but had to go, he's at 8 points. RRR is, oh shoot, Rev Rats Rides. That's RRR. Guru, who is not here either today, he had 10 points. John, who's in here, you have 13. Sydney Cat, I think you're in, but you might be doing your own live still, but maybe you're hearing this. You're in second place with 14. And Tranquil, you are number 1 right now. You are in first place with 15. Baron, if you're heading out, I appreciate you popping in. I will see you next time. Have a good day. Stay safe out there in Alabama. So that is the leaderboard after round 1. All right, let me know in the chat if you are ready for the first question. Give me a thumbs up once you're done chatting with each other. Well, Tranquil, you are in first place now. Things can change. But right now you got the lead. You, Sydney Cat, John, the 1, 2, and 3. Ugh. All right, I got a few thumbs up in the chat, so I'm gonna go and we're gonna have the first question. And I promise those who were here last time. Hi, Betty. Thanks for popping in. We're just doing a little bit of some little quiz fun here and some other stuff on YouTube. So thanks for popping in. Stay as long as you want. Come and go as you please. But yeah, what I was saying was, I know last time I screwed up all the questions and the answers right. I got that all correct, and we're not going to have that problem this time. So let's go on to the first one. All right. Question 1. And if you're new to it, join and play if you want to. Totally up to you. But as you can see, question 1 there. Which musician is the godmother to Elton John's sons? This question is worth, as you can see, 3 points. You're either going to get it right or you're going to get it wrong. And try to answer it just one time in the chat. It'll make it easier for me. So either Cher, Lady Gaga, Celine Dion, or Beyonce. What do y'all think? And I'll give everybody about a minute or so to respond in the chat. And we'll see who gets it right and who gets it wrong. I'm seeing a lot of 1s here. Tranquil A, 1, that's fine. It's the same. Yeah, I understand what you're saying with the A. I think last time I had A, B, C, and D. This time I'm having 1, 2, 3, and 4. All All right, I'm going to give about another 30 seconds or so for chat to answer. I think almost everybody has answered that I'm seeing. All right, and we are going to reveal the answer. There we go. All right, so 2, Lady Gaga. So it looks like Katie, you got that, which means you got 3 points. So Lady Gaga was the first one. And I'm not going to worry about scoring these right now. I'm going to watch this replay myself with the chat option so I can see who got what. But Katie, good job. You know your music. Was that a guess, Katie, or did you just know it? I wouldn't have known that myself without looking it up. All right, I'm going to go on to the next question. I would have guessed too, John. All right, I'm going to go on to question number 2. Question number 2. This is worth 1 point. The Venus de Milo famous statue is missing what part? The little logo here is kind of blocking that, but which part of the body? You got the butt, the leg, the head, the arms. What do you think? NPP, I don't have a fifth option, but if you can tell me what number 5 is in the chat, I'll write it down. Maybe like the eyes or something, NPP. Okay. Just checking. Just playing with you. I figured you meant probably that number, but hey, Joel. No worries about you can't say. I appreciate the like. And Joel, I will catch your live. Oh, folks, if you don't know, Joel and Spike, they have a live. It's a premiere, I think. Is that right, Joel? A premiere later tonight, and I think it was 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So if that's something you want to catch, it's more AI kitties and doggies. So just a little plug there for you, Joel. Hopefully some people will pop in. I know I probably will. If I don't, Joel, I'll catch it tomorrow, though. But if you want to give the time on that, Joel, if you're still in here, I think it was 10 o'clock you said. All right, so I think everybody's answered that's going to answer. So we're going to go on to the response. And it is arms, and just kind of looking into the chat, I think almost everybody got that. I'll do all the points for next week, but and then, so let me just pop this up here. So for Joel, yep, it's a premiere, and a viewer requested pit bulls. Okay. Hopefully it has cats in it. I won't be as enthused with just pit bulls, but hopefully it's got some kitties in it. All right. And then said, yeah, it's ready to go. Okay. All right. Oh, no cats? Okay. Well, I'll still come and support you anyways, though. I'll be there. All right. Let's go on to the next question. Here we go. All right. So which animal is the mascot for Hufflepuff House in, that's what it says by the little duck's head, in the Harry Potter books? Skunk, eagle, badger, or lion? If you know your Harry Potter books or movies, you probably know what this is. If not, then I guess you just be, hopefully you'll make a good guess. Just kind of checking, looking at chat. Okay, okay. I'll give about another, 30 seconds or so. Tranquil, you know nothing about Harry Potter? Nothing? John, neither. You don't really? Nothing? Well, I mean, John, you would have been like 40-ish or so when that came out. Nothing. Okay. Nothing. What was Martha saying? I don't remember. Yeah, it's been a while. All right. I am. You're only old if you feel old. What does Joel say? I've seen all the movies and still know nothing. Okay. All right. I think everybody's answered. That's participating. So we're gonna reveal the answer. Yeah, John. Yeah, I know we talked about that on Logan's one of his streams with the Lord of the Rings stuff. All right. So there's your answer. It is answer. It is answer. It is number 3. So if you pick number 3, you got it. And I think most of everybody picked number 3. Tranquil, you picked 2, but you're doing good though. All right, so we're gonna go on to question number 4. I want to go through these kind of not quick, but somewhat quick because I want to get to the other stuff. All right, this is an interesting one. Nori is which type of sushi ingredient? It's worth 2 points. Fish, oil, seaweed, or vegetable? I would have not known this one myself if I didn't know the answers already. But what do you think? Because I don't like sushi. I'm not a fan of fish, besides tuna fish. I like California sushi, but is that kind of cheating? It doesn't actually have any real like fish in it, like a California roll. It's everything but the fish, right? I think. I think, John, you probably would be able to tell me that answer. California roll, I think it's nothing. It doesn't have fish ingredients in it. Tranquil, I've had sushi. I don't like sushi though because I don't like fish. Besides tuna fish, I just don't like the texture and the taste. It just makes me want to. Yeah. It's not for me. Joel, you're a fan of cooked fish? Yeah. 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 I'd like to eat fish because I know it's healthy for you. But I don't. I just Tranquil, yes. Sushi is raw. It's raw fish. It's not cooked. Maybe there's types of sushi that might be cooked, but I think it's supposed to be raw fish. Somebody in the chat, I'm sure, knows. They can probably let you know, but I think it's raw. All right, let's see what the answer is. Let's see who got what right and who got what wrong. So it is number 3. So if you picked number 3 and just scrolling up in the chat, it looks like most everybody did. So you got some points there. What is John saying? He likes salmon, crab, shrimp, lobster, and catfish. I've had salmon. I've had shrimp. I've had lobster. I don't think I've had catfish. And I've had like imitation crab. Which probably doesn't count, right? But okay. All right, let's go on to the next one. All right, question number 5. How many times did Ross Geller marry and divorce on Friends? I gotta say, I've never watched a minute of Friends. I didn't understand the point of that show. It just wasn't for me. So I would definitely just be guessing on this one if I didn't know the answer. Tranquil used to live on a catfish farm. Interesting. Was it a big catfish farm, Tranquil, or just a small one, or? Just checking some answers here, seeing what's going on. John, yeah, I never watched Friends either, so I'm with you there. Never watched it. Nope. Just could never get into it. I always thought it was just kind of, well, dumb. All right, so let's go on to the next slide. Let's go on to the answer. I think everybody's answered here, it looks like. And so if you picked 3 times, you got it right. So it looks like almost everybody, not everybody, but most picked 3. So you got that right. Good job. All right, let's go on to the next question. Question number 6, I think. Could be 7. 6. Okay. Let them eat cake is a famous misquote attributed to who, or to whom, I guess. It's worth 1 point. Martha Stewart, Gordon Ramsay, Julia Childs, or Marie Antoinette. If you know your history, you should know this one. Checking chat here. Okay, I got some answers popping in. Martha got an answer. Tranquil has an answer. John gave an answer. Katie gave an answer. Okay. Now, bonus point here. Bonus point, and it's worth 1 point. Marie Antoinette was the queen of what country? Okay, seeing some responses coming in. I will not confirm or deny anything, but I will note that extra points for next Sunday. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next question. And again, I do appreciate everybody who's popped in here, and hopefully having a little bit of fun on this little quiz time. All right, let's go on. Yep. So, Marie Antoinette, that was the correct answer. So if you picked number 4, you got it right. So you are correct. All right. A little bit of math. Everybody's favorite subject, math. Math. All right. So if you tipped 20% on a $15 bill, how much would the tip be? $3.50, $3, $4, $5. How much would that tip be? Yeah, sorry, Tranquil. A little bit of math. Just a little bit. This is the only math one on here. I promise. Okay, I'm going to give maybe about 10 more seconds for anybody who has not answered, who is playing the quiz game. Time to time to respond still. Tongue-tied a little bit. Gotta love those tongue twisters, right? Remember those? They don't seem to have like tongue twisters anymore. What are those like new tongue twisters? I always messed up like the S ones and the W's. Those are the worst ones for me because when I was younger, I had a a speech impediment where I would slur, and I still do now to a point, my S's and my W's. Like I always mess up like the word Pacific, like Pacific Ocean, and then the word suspific. See, I can't even say it now. Suspif. I can't. I can't say it. I can't say that word. Suspific. Yeah, I maybe I need to go back to speech therapy for that one. And those W's. All right, let's get on to the answer. Enough of my horrible speaking. All right, so if you pick number 2, that is the answer. You are correct. Or if you put $3 in the chat, that is the correct answer. All right, let's go on to the next question. This one's a bit of a tricky one, so I do have a hint in it. Hint may not help, but it might. So what does IPA stand for? The International Pharmacy Agency, the Internal Parasite Agent, Indian Pale Ale, or Innovative Products of America? There is a little bit of a hint, though, with spice. Hey, Bert. Thanks for popping in. Hope you're doing well. Hopefully you won it big in the Golden Nugget down in Louisiana. Feel free to, play the quiz game if you want. We're almost done with this particular session. We only got a few more to do. I hope you had a good time there. Hey, Ray. Thanks for popping in also. Hope you're doing well, too. I'm sorry to hear that you did not win, Ray. Bert. Hopefully you didn't lose. Hopefully you came even, not too high, not too low, just down in the middle. Hey, Rook, thanks for popping in too. Hope you're doing well. Obviously, feel free if you want to join on the quiz game, have at it. You don't have to; it's totally optional, of course. I'll let everybody kind of say their hellos for the couple of friends that popped in with Bert, Ray. And who else popped in? Bert, Ray, and Rook. So I'll give you all just a few moments to say hello to each other. Trying to be the best host that I can be. Hello, Catfer Nelson. Thanks for popping in. Glad that you can make it for a little bit of time. Those who just popped in, I appreciate you coming in. There is a little question up on the screen. Totally up to you if you want to play this little quiz game. We got a couple more questions to do, and then we're going to do some Would You Rather, and then we're going to talk about YouTube a little bit. Bert, if you are still listening to this, or if you're still hearing me, I am going to talk about tags a little bit, hashtags and tags. So just a heads up. Oh yeah, let me put this on here. Yeah, definitely congratulations, Catfer Nelson, for getting that 3,000 sub count, passing that. That is awesome to hear. And just keep on going. You're doing well. And it looks like Ray, I know you finally kind of gotten past that 500 hump, so congratulations on that too. If everybody else is, celebrating something, just let me know and I'll put it up on the chat. Okay, Tranquil. Yep, I've got you up there. Yeah, I saw Tranquil. You're at like 3.95 or something, 3.96. So that's cool. Hey, John, let me just pop this on here for a second. Yeah, so I mean, it's peaks and valleys, right? I mean, it comes and it goes with the subs. I mean, you'll get it. I mean, depending on what you want to get to. Ray, that's the thing with shorts. It's a roll of the dice. I mean, some work perfectly, and some, it's experiments and try to double down on what works best. you know, I don't think it's going to drop though, because remember I was kind of saying with short. I don't want to get too much into that now. Okay, we're going to get on to the next question. Well, we will talk about that though. So hopefully you'll still be here when that time comes. Just want to pop this up for Cats for Nelson and putting subscribe. Okay, that's a good tip there. I have to. Yeah, I saw you do that. I always do that, Cats for Nelson. Yeah, you always put like a like and subscribe usually at like the end. I've done it a few times. Sometimes it does something, sometimes it doesn't. All right, well, let's get on to the next. Let's get on to the answer to this. I don't know who answered what because it was a while ago in the chat, but here is the correct answer. So if you picked Indian Pale Ale, I think John you did, and maybe Tranquil you did, but I'd have to scroll way up in the chat again to see who picked that. But if you picked that, then you are correct. All right, let's go on to the next question. All right, so as you guys can see and hear, if you're listening, how many time zones are there in Russia? This one is worth 4 points because this one to me is a little trickier. I'll give you all a moment to think and to answer, and hopefully not to Google it, right? Okay, we got a few choices coming in. Bert says number 11. Bert, we don't have a number 11, but I'm just messing with you. I do know what you mean. I'm assuming you're meaning number 4, of course. Ray, you cheating? Well, we'll find out in a moment, Ray, if Bing is correct or not. We might have to dispute that. Because I might have a different answer from my research. So that could be interesting. I'll give a few more moments if anybody wants to answer or participate in this particular question. Okay, let's reveal. All right, so the research I found, Ray, said 11. So I might have. I'll research this a little bit more. But you're being said 12 though, huh? Well, I don't know. I'll look into it. If that's not correct, then whoever did pick 12 instead, I'll give them the points. But according to my information from Mr. Google, it was 11. All right, so we're going to go on to, I think this is the last question of the quiz for today. And yep, it is. So as you all can see or hear, if you're listening, how long is an Olympic swimming pool in meters? So it's a little tricky. In meters. Nice, Ray. Yeah, John, it might be an island somewhere in a different time zone. Yeah, it could be. Hello, Renee. Thanks for popping into the quiz time. We're actually about done with quiz time, so thanks for popping in, and hopefully you can stay for a little bit, have some fun, have some lighthearted fun. But as I say, everybody else, come and go as you please. Come and go as you please, definitely. Okay, let me take that comment off, and I think everybody's answered who wants to answer. Let's see, let me just kind of scroll down the chat a little bit. Yeah, so we're going to reveal the answer, and it is going to be number 1. So if you pick number 1, I think Ray, I think you were the first one, probably because I'm assuming, Ray, in Australia, they use the metric system, correct? I would imagine. America is like the backwards country. We use the standard system, and everybody else uses the metric system. It's crazy. Just crazy. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I appreciate the support, Renee, as always. Like I say, I'm definitely um, appreciate and humbled by those who come in and watch my lives, because I know there's like a lot of different options out there in YouTube, and time is precious. So anybody ever comes in, I definitely always appreciate and try to reciprocate that support as much as possible. So that's my catatament emotional moment. I appreciate it. Okay. Angela, nice to see that you're back. All right, so we're going to do some would you rathers now. I always think would you rathers are kind of fun. Again, as with everything, you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but it's more fun when you do because the chat can kind of talk about it a little bit. All right, let's go on to this first one. So, what do you think, chat? Would you rather have universal respect or unlimited power? Just remember, though, the Spider-Man saying. All right, let's see what some people are saying here. Katie, she wants universal respect. Renee, she wants that power to the cats, right? um, Tranquil also wants the power. Martha wants that respect. What is Bert saying? Both will achieve the same goal because I will other people respect that I believe to be accurate. Okay. John, excuse me. John is all about that power, and I guess Ray and John are talking about the metric system still. Okay. You want to control everything, Tranquil. All right. I think for me, I'd rather have the respect, to be honest with you, because I think absolute power kind of corrupts absolutely. So that's kind of my, I don't know, my little thing on that. So I'm going to go on to the next one now. All right. Let's go on to number 2. Okay. Would you rather give up air conditioning and heating for the rest of your life or give up the internet for the rest of your life? So would you rather be hot, sweaty, and stinky or cold and have internet, or have no internet but, be cool? So what do you think about this one? All right. I'll get back to you in a second, Martha. Katie had it was a hard choice. I agree. It kind of can be internet for Martha. I guess Bert wants to be sweaty or freezing. He just needs that internet. He wants that internet though. Yeah, sure. Ray, you can live wherever you want. Tranquil says the internet. Renee, I guess, wants to be with like Bert. She wants to be sweaty or cold, but she's got that internet connection. All about that internet. So, not giving up on that internet. Let's see. Ray gave up the internet. John would rather give up the internet. Yeah, I think. What is Cats for Nelson? What are you saying? Give up AC because I moved to a temperature climate. Yeah. But But I don't know. Is there really any place where it's really not too hot or not too cold anywhere anymore with what's going on climate wise? Not sure. I'm sorry about that, Tranquil. I mean, it's kind of funny. I'm not trying to laugh, but it is. Yeah, it's a bad cell signal out there in the woods. Yeah, hopefully that'll get better soon. What Bert? What are you saying? Living in Guam, that yeah, not needed. Yeah, but now you're in America. We're spoiled in America. We need our creature comforts to the max. All right. What is Katie? Yeah. I mean, it's your choice, Katie. All right. I'm gonna go on to the next one. Um, just keeping track of time because I want to make sure I get everything that I want to talk about here, and to wrap up things in time for myself. Uh, okay, so here's another would you rather. Would you rather swim in a pool full of Nutella? Now, if you guys don't know what Nutella is, hi Binky, hi Steph, thanks for popping in. We're just playing some would you rather, so totally up to you if you want to like pick one or not, or just kind of hang back in the chat. Your call completely. Um, Nutella is peanut butter, basically. So either peanut butter or syrup. All right, let me kind of go up in the chat a bit. People are still talking about AC. Yeah, Katie, I agree. I think I would die without those creature comforts. I'm a hot tempered. No, I'm not hot tempered. I'm a hot natured person, so I'm always hot. So I definitely need that AC. Bert might have changed his mind here a little bit. He would die in the summertime. Yeah, it gets hot there in Texas. Whew. And the humidity, ugh, awful. It's like you're in a sauna when you walk outside. You're taking your second shower, basically. Kind of scroll here. Without AC, 117 degrees. Good lord. All right, let me get to some of Martha. Would you rather have maple syrup? Okay. John, you'd rather have maple syrup too. What is Renee saying? She'd take the Nutella. Nutella. I was going to say Nintendo for a second. Ray, can you explain a little bit more in detail about this response in chat? I would just love to know a little bit more of a backstory, if you don't mind. Cat for Nelson, maple syrup, tranquil syrup. Yeah, Angela, tell me about it. 117 and no AC? Yeah, absolutely not. You dig a hole maybe, and then you can get in the cold ground or something. Steph, you're saying Nutella. It's an interesting comment. That's for you, Ray. So, and I'm sure you saw it anyways, but yeah, I would like to also. What's Bert saying here? I don't really do sugar, so can go that I can have. Okay. Oh, this is awful. Have you guys had Vegemite? Vegemite is the worst. Thanks, Cat for Nelson, for popping in. I hope you have a good rest of your night. I appreciate the pop in, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Have a good Christmas. Also, if I don't see you in the live before then. Yeah, Vegemite is awful. Oh, Vegemite. Ugh. That's the worst. I guess this is a good thing here, right? You got to get going, but you kept me here longer than intended. Hey, that's a good sign, right? That's a good thing. That's a good problem to have, but I appreciate it. What's Steph saying here? Is Vegemite Marmite? That I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, that's God, what was that group? For Work for Men Down Under. Somebody tell me what that group is that has that song. I'm sure somebody knows it. Work for Men or something, or Work for something. Anyways. let's see, just scrolling down in the chats. Here we go. Yeah, thank you, Tranquil. Men at work. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Bert. Thank you, Tranquil. Yep. And John. They're all coming in now. Appreciate it. Okay, let's get on to the next one. All right. We kind of talked on this one a little bit with the air conditioning and the heat, but would you rather labor under a hot sun or extreme cold? Now, granted, of course, if you're under a hot sun, I mean, you can basically, strip down to nothing almost, just your undies, bra kind of thing. And if you're in a cold, you can bundle up, right? But what would be, your option? What would you want to do if you had that choice? Sorry, just looking at Cell for just a second there. Okay. All right. So what we got? Cold for Martha, cold for Tranquil, Angela the cold. Yeah, I think it means work, labor. I think that's what it means by labor. Working under either a hot sun or extreme cold. I don't think it's talking about giving birth. Let's see. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, John. Hate the cold wind and the humidity. Yeah, humidity is awful. What was Ray saying? Never worked in the extreme cold. I know I can do the sun, so the sun. Well, if you had a choice, though, Katie, if you had to pick one or the other, and you don't have to answer, that's okay. But if you had to labor out in the garden, let's say if you're gardening, would you rather be in the hot sun or the cold? What is Tranquil saying? Smooth the field, so it's sitting right now. No, almost nothing. Okay. Bert saying cold for sure. Son was born. Let's call this. Oh, born in the water. Okay, that's interesting. So that's it. Bert, is that like a Guam tradition, or does it just depend? All right, I'm going to keep on going. Bert, just go ahead and let me know if you can answer or respond to that. Is that like a tradition in Guam, or is it just something that you all did? All right, I'm going to go on to the next one too. All right. Next slide. And then let me take off. Let me hide that one. And okay. There's the next one. It's just an operation to have a water birth. Oh, okay. All right. So, exactly, Ray. Exactly. So, would you rather stay in on a snow day or build a fort? I mean, to me, this is just so obvious. I mean, who would be out? Who would be inside still? I mean, if you got snow out there, who in the world would stay inside? Unless you just don't like snow. Well, I guess Renee would stay in. Yeah, warm your toes by a nice fire and drink hot cocoa. Tranquil would also stay in. John's talking about that. You're just talking about lemonade, right, John? Is that what you mean by yellow snow? I'm assuming that's what you're referring to, right? Just let me know. Yeah, imagination. I guess you'd build a fort. Yep. I would do out there in the snow too. Okay, I'm going to give a few more seconds, and then we're going to move on to the next one. All right, we agree then, John. Yeah, lemonade. Just be careful about that lemonade. It might be spiked. All right. Next. Bit of a long-winded one, this one. But would you rather buy 10 things that you don't need every time you go shopping, or always forget the one thing that you need when you go to the store? I think we all buy things we don't need when we go to the grocery store, right? At least I know I do. You just buy something, you see it, you're enticed by it. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna let me take this. Let me buy that. You know, it's all that impulse buying, right? I mean, the stores are set up like that. They are set up like that. That's how they get you. It's a very astute, yes, Ray. I think that's what that means too. That it means you never get what you need. You're always forgetting that one thing that you need. Don't you hate when that happens? And you always forget it like right when you get home, right? Or like right when you're putting your groceries away. Like, dang, I forgot this one thing, and then you got to go back to the store. Awful. All right, what is Bert saying here? When I shop, he closes his eyes. Associates take me to what I need and pay that back. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, Katie. The stores, they entice you. Isn't it amazing when you go down the grocery store aisle and you go down like the cereal aisle and you have all these cereals? It drives me crazy, I have to say. It's like, do we really need like 200 options of cereal? You know, do we need like 10 options of Cheerios? I mean, can't we just, I don't know, knock it down to like maybe 2 or 3? But do we really need all of these things? I don't know, that's just me. Choice is nice, but I feel like we have too many options in life nowadays. What you saying here, Renee? That's how I managed to survive this year from things I actually bought during the pandemic. Gotcha. Yep. You exactly, Ray. Gruel and vitamins. So even if we went to Gruel, though, we're gonna have like 10 different versions of Gruel. There's normal Gruel, there's vegetarian Gruel, there's oh, what is that one? Non gluten-free Gruel. There's gonna be sugar-free Gruel. So right, so there's gonna be many options. All right, on to the next one. All right, so what is this saying here again? Would you rather never um, be able to go outside during the day or never to be going outside at night? I think this one is pretty easy. I mean, I mean, let me put it this way: it's easy for me. All right, so let's kind of see what some folks are saying here. So John is saying nighttime. Ray is vampire, so he definitely would be at nighttime. Let's see. Bird is saying nighttime. Angela is saying nighttime. Just about everybody. Martha's saying nighttime. Tranquil saying nighttime. Yeah. I just think nighttime because one, it's just more dangerous. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's more dangerous nowadays to go out at night. It's dangerous to go out during the daytime in some places, unfortunately. But yeah, I would say the nighttime too, especially if you're having to drive. People are crazy when they drive at night. But yeah, I would say the nighttime. What is Katie saying here? Never been able to go out tonight because I do the shopping in the daytime. Yeah, that's true, Katie, with your vids. Yeah, yeah. All vampires. Okay. All right. Let's get on to the next one because we're at about the hour mark here, and that's about when I wanted to get onto my other stuff. So we're about on time here. This was to me a bit of a hard one. Um, would you rather have a personal maid or a personal chef? Tranquil, I'll say the danger driving at night is hitting a deer, but that can happen during the daytime too. That can happen during the early morning hours when the sun is about ready to break through. But I mean, it's worse at night because you can't see anything. All right, I got some interesting answers here so far in the chat. I think I know. I'm just kind of gonna mess with. So Martha said a plaid, and I'm assuming you meant maid. On that one, Martha. Um, Tranquil was picking a share. I think she meant Shay. I can't even talk myself. Chef. Um, and I understand. I'm just messing with you. I know what you're saying there. John is saying the maid for sure. I can cook, but I can't keep. That's what your cats are for, John. Right? You got to get them little swifter things on their tails, and as they're walking back and forth, they can, you know, they can clean up after themselves. Bert's got maid. What's Ray saying? Given the choice, I'd rather have a personal chef. Maid can be. Yeah, that can be. Uh, yeah, and John, you're the butler of the house, so that would come in handy to have a maid too. Tranquil, you hit a deer at many times during the day. Wow. I've come close a few times of hit. Oh, so here's a question. Kind of off topic a little bit, but in chat, have you ever hit any animals on chat? I'm not on chat, but in chat. Have you ever hit anything? Tranquil saying that she's hit a deer or deers, I guess. Unfortunately, and they can wreck your car something good. Ray is saying he never hit a deer, but a kangaroo jumped on your car once. Yeah, kangaroos are mean, aren't they? I've seen some like shorts of them, and they get right up in your face, and they'll fight you. Ray, too many. Was that in Australia mostly, Ray? Where you had those accidents? Was it mostly Australia or some in Florida too? Tranquil is saying yes. Okay. You hit your boss and you got fired. Well, that tends to happen usually, doesn't it? Yeah, typically. Okay. And then Ray, a whole bunch of things. All right, let's go on to the last would you rather here. And just real quickly, Tranquil is saying deers, raccoons, and skunks. Skunks are the worst. That stink is awful, right? Ugh, awful. All right. Let's go on to the next. Oops, did I? Wait a minute. Maybe that was the last one. Oh, maybe that. So I did mess up one thing. I had. Okay. All right. So I guess I had two would you rather's instead of one. All right. So this is a question I just wanted to ask everybody. And let me preface this by saying what I mean by this. When I say YouTube, what is your why? I'm just going to talk about my why for a second, and hopefully it makes sense to everybody else. Okay. when I first started YouTube, my why I wanted to get on YouTube was to just share my cats with others. Excuse me, to share, their craziness, to share their funny moments, to share stuff like that. That was my why in the beginning. Since then, my why turned into, well, it's changed twice. About halfway through, it changed into, well, maybe could I make some kind of financial thing off of this? I thought to myself, I'm like, maybe. And John, I know you don't like this subject, so, but I gotta say it though. Um, so could I do something like that? And then I'm like, nah, I don't want to do this for like financial gain, like being the main driving force as to my why, right? So my why then turned into, eventually, knowing what I know about cats, I would love to build like a clientele through YouTube of helping cat owners if they have any issues, if they have any problems, kind of like a cat behaviorist, basically. So somebody that can come in can help maybe through like a Google Meet or something, and help the issue that they might be having with their cat, because there are a lot of times when people have a cat or a dog, and they might start doing something and they don't do a lot of research, and they so quickly they take the animal to like the shelter to basically be put down. So for me, I would like to maybe be that bridge in between, to help them, mostly the owners, understand why their cat is doing what they're doing, and to help them get to the point where they're okay and they're able to help then their cat again. So that's kind of my why. So it's kind of changed through the this year. So let me now kind of go up in the chat a little bit, and see what other people's why have been. Um, So originally, or let me hold on a second, Renee. I'm gonna get back to that one. So Ray is to crush his enemies, see them driven before me, and okay, I got you, Ray. Brutal, brutal. Um, Tranquil, she wanted to make a photo album, kind of like a remembrance of her cats and herself. Um, Renee has always been a place to share the memory and eventually make money that can supplement their food and vet bills. I completely understand that, Renee. Cats can be very expensive. Absolutely, I feel you. I definitely feel you on the vet bill stuff. Um, Let me just kind of scroll a little bit more. Kind of get to John. Sharing my cats. That's honestly how it started. Now it's sharing with friends too. Yep, I know, John. You're big on the sharing and the friendship aspect, which is awesome. Absolutely awesome. And you just let it grow and let it kind of just flourish on its own. Um, Renee, never been shy about the fact about treating it like a business. Absolutely. And if that's your mindset, then that's cool. If that's what you want to do with it. And different mindsets is like kind of how you want to do different things. Um, Martha here, like to make maybe a little bit of income, but it's not on the top of the list. Okay. Um, Ray I know, so, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm saying, Ray, is there's a lot of I think a lot of help out there, that can be given, hopefully, to pet owners, cat owners, and I don't like that term owners, but where they can be helped, because they may not understand what's going on, because it could be something very simple on why, say, their cat is suddenly peeing outside their litter box, or why their cat is scratching on their furniture. Besides them just being a cat, you may not have any scratching posts. The cat may not like the litter that you're using. The cat might have a medical issue. There's a lot of different things out there. um let's see, I guess that's it. Okay, Patty, are you still on the channel? So Patty, if you're on the channel, I wanted to do something. I was talking to you about. We were on me and Patty. We were on Bert people. Yep. Um, Tranquil. Hopefully, we are providing a good place where you can have those conversations. A friendly place where you can have those conversations. A place where you're always feeling warm, welcomed, and somewhere where you can kind of call your own. People that you can lean on. I know that like you and John have a really like um, close, it seems like connection, which I think is awesome. So that is cool. Okay, Patty, you are still here. Awesome. Okay, so friends, now, if you want to leave this next little part, that is perfectly fine. But what I wanted to show, because maybe you might have an interest in this too, or maybe you're like have a question on this. So what I was going to show Patty, she was asking me kind of like how to loop a video on Canva. Correct, Patty? I think you said you use Canva. I want to make sure that I'm right on that. So just verify when you get this if it's Canva. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let me open up Canva. Give me a second, everyone. Let me find the right screen here. Let me get Canva up on Firefox. Let's go here. And then let's minimize this screen. Just give me a second, everybody. I appreciate your patience and I appreciate you hanging with me on this Sunday afternoon/evening. Let me take this off and I'll say hi. Show my mug for a second. And let me share my screen. And let me get to this. Okay, can everybody see the screen, the Canvas screen? And I'm just gonna have to check my cell on this because the way this works now, I can't see like the StreamYard anymore, and I don't have the two. Okay, everybody can see it. Awesome. Okay, so this is especially for Patty, and hopefully the screen is clear. On my cell phone, it's a little blurry, but hopefully on your guys' side, the screen is clear. So I'm just gonna wait just for a second to make sure that screen is clear. Yes, perfect. Thank you, Rook. Okay, so Patty, I'm gonna kind of talk you through this, okay? Let me pop that. All right, so I'm gonna go over here where it says video, okay? And it's gonna say blank video. And I'm gonna click into this. And I know there's a bit of a lag on here also, so I'm going to kind of just be going back and forth looking at my screen and then looking at the cell phone to make sure that I'm doing this correctly. Okay, so here's like a blank canvas, right? Canva. It's a bad joke. Anyways, let's say I want to, I know earlier Rook and Patty, you were talking about wanting to have maybe like animated bubbles on your, excuse me, on your live. So, oh, excuse me, got the hiccups. So what you could do over here on this bar over here, you have elements, you got text, all these things over here, right? So you're going to go to elements. And again, I'm just going to, because I know there's a bit of a delay with chat. Okay, so I already picked up something. So the thing with Canva, though, what you have to be careful about is this is a free version. I don't have the paid version. I don't think it's just for me, it's not worth it. You can buy it if you want to. I have no idea how much it costs. I think Renee and Bert have a paid version of Canva, so they can definitely tell you how much it costs. I have no idea. I just use the free stuff. You know if it's free or not is if you have like this little crown and you can kind of hover next to it, it'll say Pro. So if it says Pro, that means you can still use it, I think, but it's got a watermark to it. So maybe watermark doesn't bother you. I don't know. It's up to you. But I just go to the free stuff. It won't say Pro on it. And it looks like Bert is saying that it's about $12 a month or so, which isn't really all that bad. But I know Unc always says, don't pay for YouTube, but that's for him. Everybody's different, obviously, on what works for them. What works for one doesn't work for another. Okay, so I'm going to click this bubble. Okay, it's very basic. We're going to get it on the big screen so y'all can see this a little bit better. So I'm going to make it bigger, but it is basic. It's just going to be a basic little thing. It's not going to be anything crazy. Okay. Now, you have bubbles, right? They're not the prettiest of bubbles. They're not gorgeous. They're not awe-inspiring, but they are bubbles. They're something. And you have, and also here, so I'm going to go back here so y'all can see this a little bit better. I'm just kind of going back and forth here. Hopefully this is an okay explanation. If you have questions, let me know. So see, now I made this bigger, right? So you can then kind of scroll down and you can see this is just under bubbles, like all of your different options. Well, this isn't under bubbles. This is what I used recently, but you can just kind of see you have, there's a lot of options there. That's a good one. Okay. All right. So let me get back to this again. All right. So we have our image, right? We have our visual bubbles. We have something that we could use, something that's animated, where it's just not a still picture. Okay. Now, right now, if we played this, you can see down here, it's only going to last, the clip is only going to last for 5 seconds, and then it's going to stop. Oh, let me get, hold on, I still have that yes on there. Let me get back to the StreamYard here. Give me a second. Let me take that off so you all can see properly. Sorry about that. I'm just gonna wait a second so the video catches up with the audio. Okay. So there's like a little bar here, right? You can hold and you can extend. You can extend it as long as you want. Okay, I mean, it can go and it can go and it can go. And it'll just keep on going. It'll keep on going. It just goes and it 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 goes. Okay. I'm going to bring it back. I don't know what the limit is on Canva. So in other words, like Filmora, it's basically unlimited. With Canva, I don't know if like there's a cap. In other words, if you hit like 30 minutes, maybe that's it and it stops. But there's a trick to that though. Oh, Renee, congratulations on an offer and a brand deal. I hope everything goes well with that. I hope to get those kind of things soon myself. Okay. So, now if you wanted to add another page, all that means is just, it's like another tile, basically. So you can pretty much just like Control C this, hit Control C to copy, right? And then in here, if you hit Control V, it's going to come on there. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. And then you're just going to have, it's going to be, I'm going to, hold on a second. I'm going to delete that middle page. Um, so now you'd have like two versions of it. And then if you hit play, I'm going to hit play now and just let it kind of go. And I know there's a bit of a feed loopback. There's a bit of a, whatchamacallit, there's a bit of a delay. So as it'll play, it'll just keep on playing until the clip ends. And then it'll stop. Now, if you wanted to add music to it, for example, you can go to Uploads. And you would hit Audio. Again, I'm just kind of watching myself because I want to try to make my words and the video kind of as close as possible, because there's always a bit of a delay and I hate that. So you could hit Audio, right? And I already preloaded something up here. Okay, and then I'm going to hit play. I'm not going to hit play. So I'm going to drag it. See how I'm dragging this down? You just click onto it. You click on your left mouse button and you can bring it down to where it says drop music. And then you just let it go. Okay, now let me go back onto StreamYard for a second, because I need to stop the background music for a moment, because you're not going to be able to actually hear it. So give me a second. Let me get back to StreamYard. I'm going to stop the music, and hopefully you'll be able to hear this. Yeah, you should be able to hear it on your guys because it's a stream. Let me get back to this and let me hit play. And it's only going to go for about 20 seconds because that's as long as I have the clip. Hopefully you all are hearing that. You're seeing it and you're hearing it too. Let me know in the chat, like a thumbs up, if you're actually hearing the music. You should be hearing it too. I hope. You don't hear it? Okay. Maybe it's because I'm not sharing it. I'm not sharing it, but there is music playing. I'm not sure why you're not hearing it on my end, but that's how you would do that. Did anybody hear that, or was it it might have been just me because it's going through my headphones. Tranquil, you're saying your name's not Tranquil? No, just kidding. Um, so from there, all you would do, and you probably know this by this point, is you would just hit share and you would hit download, and then it would download it. Bye, Angela. Thanks for popping in. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night and a good Christmas. If I don't hear from you before then, I'm sure I will with some videos, but take care. Thank you for popping in. So you just go to download, and then you would just download it onto your computer. And then from there, I think everybody knows what to do after that point. Okay. The other thing that well, spaghetti's always good. The other thing that Patty was asking about how to make a JPEG onto a video. So let me show that. Let me delete these two things. Patty, how you would loop it? You'd have to. I see. I don't know if Canva you can loop something for 9 hours or not. You would probably would just have to go and drag this little bar like all the way over, and maybe it'll go up to 9 hours. But that I don't know. I don't know if there's a limit on Canva or not. So that's something you would just have to check. But it's literally it's just dragging the bar across, and maybe it'll go to 9 hour, maybe there's a cap but this only goes to 1 hour. So that's why I would really recommend like something like Filmora, because I'll show you Filmora in a second, just very briefly. Ray, it's not necessarily bad weather, but there's some wind and there's definitely some rain. Does that answer your question, Patty? Just let me know. I want to try to be as helpful as possible and as clear as possible. Okay, perfect. Okay, so Patty, the other thing you were asking in, I think it was in Rook's Live, was talking about a JPEG, right? So making a picture and having the picture where maybe you want a picture for like 9 hours or a set of pictures, right? Um, oh, you're welcome, Patty. So let me go to my uploads and let me go to some pictures. Let's say if I don't know, it doesn't really matter here. I guess we can just pick this one. We can we can go back to our glorious Oregon Trail defeat, or yeah, defeating of the game, beating of the game. Okay. So I'm just gonna wait for a second once the visual kind of catches up with the audio. And it's really the same thing. So this is my picture, right? Excuse me. And then I'm just gonna drag it. You're just gonna drag it as long as you want it. Again, I don't know if Canva has a set amount of time, maybe 10 minutes, maybe an hour. I have no idea. But it's the same process for a JPEG. It's literally it's the same thing. It's not any different at all. And that'll play for the minute, the 5 minutes, the 20 minutes, the hour, however long you have it set. Now, if you want to be a little bit more fancy and you just don't want people to see just like one picture, you want them to see like multiple things. Well, you have this little add page thing where you can click, right? And then maybe I want to put like this photo in here. Back when I was younger and had more hair and had Kitten, one of our passed away kitties. She was always my parrot. Um, so maybe I want to have this picture in there too. Then I just drag it. Ray, when you say that's the background, what do you mean by that? That's like what's playing? Is that what you mean? Like on like for example, like my yesterday's my live stream. Is that what you mean by that? Because that's basically what I did. I just had a bunch of pictures. I put them together. I added some music and voila, I have my live for a few hours. Tranquil, as far as the phone goes, phones are more tricky. John, if you have to go, then you have to go. Because remember, for me, it's always like YouTube is YouTube and real life is real life. So real life is always going to be more important than YouTube. So I plan on being on here for about another half hour or so. So, it's totally up to you. If if you need to go, then you need to go, and I totally appreciate you being here. If not, if you want to hang out for about another half hour, I appreciate that also. So it's totally up to you. I'm glad that you got it, Patty. And so, but that's basically it. There's really not a lot to it. Now, there is a lot in Canva. There's a lot in these things, but there's not a ton. And you just get into it and just kind of mess around with it. John, my cats are always starving. Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing my screen on that just for a second. Um, and let me get back to just me. Let me get the music back on again. Okay. And what I wanted to talk about next was, let me get this back up again. 'Cause I wanted to talk about tags and hashtags because I know Bert. He was asking me like if I could talk about that for a moment, and I definitely can. Um, Let me present my screen and let me share. What am I trying to share? I'm trying to share my screen. Duh. Okay, and let's share. Oh, actually, hold on. Stop for a second. Let me go back to this. Okay. All right. So I have a screen up here again, and it's talking a little bit about hags. It's talking about not hags, but tags and hashtags. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of cut off a little bit. But as you can see, a tag, oops, sorry. Tags are what can help a viewer find your content. So think it's like search based. So like if somebody was writing, or if somebody was searching for, I don't know, how to make spaghetti, right? How to cut a cat's nails or whatever. So the tag you would put in, not in your let me show another screen. Um, so this will make more sense because tags, they're not all really that relevant actually. Um, so now let me share this so it'll make more sense when I actually show this. Okay, so let me share. All right, you guys are going to be seeing YouTube in a second. Let me go to my studio. Um, Let me go to content. It doesn't really matter what the content is. And I'm going to scroll down to tags. Okay, again, I don't know how clear the screen is on my cell phone. It looks kind of just blurry. So hopefully it's not blurry for y'all watching. But when you look under tags here, and this is according to YouTube itself, so this is where I'm getting this information from. I'm not getting it off of Reddit. I'm not getting it off of Facebook. I'm not getting it off of um, anywhere else except for just straight source. It says tags can be useful if your content in your video is commonly misspelled. Otherwise, tags, they play a minimal role in helping viewers find your video. So tags, I would say most of the part, I have 3 tags on this video of Max. I mean, honestly, you probably don't even put any, but it's just me. I've gotten used to putting 3, but tags don't really. Yeah, I'm sorry, Ray. Um, you might need to. No, yeah, I'm sorry. Hopefully, from what I'm saying is making sense. I know the screen's a little blurry. I apologize, but it's basically. Let me do this. This might be a little bit better. That's the problem sometimes with technology. Oh, if you can hear me read it, that's great. So this might be a little bit clearer, but if you can hear what I'm saying, then that's the most important thing. Again, it's talking about tags, right? Tags are keywords that you can add to help viewers find your content, like the searchability for it, but it doesn't really play that much of an importance. Um, a skin tag, yeah, John. I have a skin tag on my nose. Um, so tags just help people. What people used to do. They would put like 1,000 tags in their videos, and they would then it would allow the system, the programming, the algorithm, if you will, in order to have it more accessible to viewers. But tags don't really matter much anymore. That's kind of the bottom line. Tags just are not really important. Okay. So let's compare that to, hold on a second. Let me find the right thing. All right. So let me stop sharing. And let me get back onto my main screen again here. Again, I appreciate your patience. Okay, so that's tags. Again, 3 to 5 max if you want to, but you don't even have to do that. It's totally up to you. Hashtags, on the other hand, are for something that's more like a dedicated search. So, as an example, like Ukraine, or special interests, like say the Modern Day Breakfast Club. As I know, Bert created that hashtag. I think he and Raf and maybe Renee. I'm not sure exactly who created that, but that's kind of a difference. Now, a hashtag is something you would want to put in the actual video title, the title of the video. So, for example, again, let me share the right screen. And if I'm talking too quickly, let me know. If you have a question, let me know, because I want to try to be as helpful as possible. And to me, like, making good content is very important. That's what really is going to get your views, people watching you, is making good content in the end. You can kind of trick things. You can have tags. You can have hashtags. You can have these things. But in the end, if you're not making good content, then it doesn't matter, because people aren't going to watch, right? I mean, you got to make content that people want to watch in the end. That's my opinion, at least. You might disagree, and if you do, then let me know, and then we can talk about it. All right, John, what are you saying? I always thought, yeah, no. Okay, so as you can see here, and again, the screen might be a little blurry, so I can make this bigger because this is a touch screen. So you might be able to see it a little bit better. And I'm just going to let the audio catch up with the video again. Yeah, I think John and Tranquil, I think you guys would be, um, I think you would enjoy each other's company too. I think you would really get along in person. But anyways, so hashtags, right? So I have the hashtag, the number sign, and then at cat at that C word that I can never say, and I'm not going to try to say it today. These kind of rank your videos searchability, so how you can search them, right? So they're kind of like categories. Your first hashtag is kind of going to be where your video is going to be like stored in like a category. So it's going to be under cat, right? That's a big category. So then that second one is going to be, okay, well, this is going to be a black cat because Max is a tuxedo, right? The third one is now going to be under uh what it's about a little bit more. Hence the comp one. And then you can have hashtags in your description. Let me see what I'm just going to read a couple things because I'd love to have discussions. That's what this is all about. Is just not me talking and you hearing this. I'd like to have, kind of like a two-way conversation. That's what these things are supposed to be about. So Martha, you read somewhere that more than three doesn't do anything. Martha, I have read the exact same thing. And sometimes none do nothing because people sometimes fill their tags and their hashtags and they think it makes a difference, but it doesn't seem like it does. And if anything, if you put too many tags or too many hashtags, then the algorithm is going to maybe think that's spam. So let me so Renee, let me see. Renee, I have to disagree with a few things about tag and hashtags. Okay. Um, and then you need about a 450 SEO, the search engine optimization score, with your tags in order for search engines to optimize you. Renee, that is definitely, I mean, it's not true. That's definitely a part of it. But I think though good content kind of trumps the search engine stuff. But I obviously I can't say that for sure. Obviously. Um, but that's something I might look into more, and I have to read more. So I mean, just my experience, right? I mean, this is the thing with YouTube. Everything works differently for every person, right? What works for one may not work for the other. But I mean, I will definitely look into it more, Renee, and I will definitely check it out more. Um, uh, but again, that's just from what my research and what I've seen. Um, and then let me see what else you're saying, Renee. That I own the first slot in Google search, and I'm Renee. I'm not sure what okay. YouTube only uses the first three hashtags, and you can put them in your description, not your title. Yeah. So let me uh, let me get back to sharing this screen again. Hold on. Um, Yeah, so as you can see, so in the title, I only have the three, right? And then yeah, oh definitely you don't want your title too long. And again, I'm just want to get with chat here just to make sure that I'm not missing something. And I guess the thing is too, Renee, and with everybody else, and I'm gonna stop sharing that screen for a second. And get back to my main thing. I guess the bottom line is with anything with YouTube or any kind of social media, you have to experiment, right? And you have to see what works best for you. Um, I'm definitely up to trying things and not trying things just all one time though. You got to try things for a little bit of time to see if it's going to work for you or not. Because maybe it won't, and maybe it will. But you're not going to know unless you try it. Let me put this back up for a second. Um, okay. So, anyways, that's kind of it with tags and hashtags. You definitely can, you know, you can mess around with things. You can try things. You can test things. But Bert, if you happen to be here still, then that's kind of at least my opinion from what I see with tags and hashtags. So. And let me just kind of go back and chat just to see if anything else is going on. All right, doesn't look like it. Not that I can tell, at least. So I think most of you already saw this one channel, this Space Cadet Rewind. It's a pretty neat channel. I don't want to show it again, but my main thing is like YouTube doesn't hate small channels. That's the thing. People got to like stop thinking that. It's not that YouTube hates small channels. It's just that you haven't found like your audience that will respond well to your channel. I would think of it that way. Um, but again, that's just me, right? So everybody has like their different opinion on this stuff. But anyways, so another channel that I wanted to talk about real quickly is Storymark. Again, this is a small channel. This, let me just check on the chat here. I'm just kind of reading what, let me hold on. Let me pull up what Bert is saying on the chat. Let me scrolling. Let me scroll down. Okay, hold on, Renee. I'm going to get to that in a second. I'm gonna just hitting different people what they're saying. So I think YouTube content, I think it made like things are different. It might even look at home much when you put it different. Okay, and then Renee, SEO is actually important. See, I never said that it wasn't. I mean, I agree. I agree that it is important. I just don't know how important it is. I think that good content trumps maybe bad SEO, right? Because if you think of, I mean, this is just how I look at it. If you make a video that a lot of people watch, or not that, back up. Let me back up for a second. If you make a video that your initial subscribers really like and are really into, then that's going to give positive signals to YouTube to say, hey, let's let's expand this. Let's test new audiences. Let's see how they like it, right? And then the more people that are positively engaged with these videos, whether it's through likes or comments or shares or watch times, audience retention, I'm sorry, then to me that kind of is going to be a little bit more important than SEO. But again, that's just me, Renee. Everybody, like has different opinions on this, and things work differently. I definitely agree with you also, Renee, though, when you're talking about scamming. I have gotten recently like two or three comments saying, hey, we love your videos are great, but you have horrible SEO. And it's like, well, I can you give me free advice is what I ask, and I don't ever hear back from them again. And then yeah, outside of sources, yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Okay. Yeah, Renee, if you have any other like I guess concerns, or you want to continue with that a little bit, just let me know. That's what like I'm trying to do with this, is just have an open conversation. It's hard though on YouTube because it's just me talking, and then I just have to wait for the chat, and that's what stinks about this. So anyways, let me keep on going. What is John saying here? How does the cat channel have thousands of subs? How they probably, I don't know this channel, John Cat Penny, but my assumption is they've probably been in this for a while, and you build up an audience, right? And you build up a core, and eventually, these people are going to come because they're coming for your content, and they're also coming for you. Hopefully that makes sense. Bert here, comments, likes, watch hours on a video, tags get you new people, maybe not, and new people and generated through shorts. Yeah, I don't know about shorts though. Although your long form might pull in a better connected sub. Yeah, the thing with shorts is, I don't know. I'm very torn on shorts. I think shorts can help get a lot of eyes on your channel, but it seems like the quality of that subscription with a short is not very, it's not there. It's just not quite the same. But again, that's just my experience. Now, does that mean I'm going to stop doing shorts? No, because I think they have a place in the YouTube universe, definitely. See what Ray is saying here. They're kind of talking a little bit, thinking the amount of subscribers you have if you did a live stream every once in a while, your hours would zoom. Yeah, I mean, Ray, it's definitely possible, but that's up to Tranquil. I mean, I don't, Tranquil, it's up to your comfort level on what you want to do as far as that goes. Cat Penny, is that the cat that or the owner speaks for them? I think I know who you all are talking about. Let me just say, it makes sense that there's more. I think the pure real-time videos over time capture an audience and remain true. Yeah, and that's the hard thing, is to remain true. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention briefly, and I'm guilty of this because I've kind of been messing around. Um, I've been messing around with some different things, with the games and with this a little bit. So niche is very important. So if you if you mess around and do too many crazy things, in other words, like if you're established as a certain type of channel, like me, I'm a cat channel, right? So if you kind of veer too far into certain things or other things, then you might get yourself into trouble, because, like, say your audience is expecting cats, right? They're expecting X. But if you start delivering them Y, then you might have problems. And that's not a good thing. Um, Let me just kind of go back in the chat a little bit. Okay, apparently that's not Cat Penny. So I'll have to look up this channel because I've never heard of this channel before. Or then they play the shorts game, but engagement, not sure. I worry about my shorts when I drop them. I actually don't want a lot of people subbing off of a short. I don't want like 30,000. Well, I wouldn't call them dead, but they're definitely going to be less engaged, it seems like, from my experience, and I think from your all's experiences too. Some of you. Let me just kind of, again, I'm just kind of checking with chat here. Not to take any away from Cat Penny, but if they didn't benefit from confusion with Penny the talking cat, I'd be surprised. Let me go ahead. Let me I don't know. Let me just, this channel is called Cat Penny. Is that what I would is that what the channel's name is? Because I want to look to see like what y'all are talking about. Because I think we're talking about the same thing. Yeah, John. Well, that's what happens when you grow. You grow, you're gonna have more people to have to engage with. That's when you have to start being selective, and you're not gonna be able to answer every single one. That's why, like, big channels, once they get big enough, they have no way of responding to every single comment. It's not possible. You're gonna spend all day just answering comments. And so, yeah, that's the problem with, you get bigger, you're going to get more engagement. So you got to make sacrifices to that. All right. So, percent. So is this the channel that y'all are talking about? Is this what you're talking about with the Cat Penny thing? Let me hide that. No? What is the name of the channel then? Does it have a name? The channel name is Cat Penny? Cat Penny, okay. Well, because that's what I typed in, was Cat Penny. Let me try to find what channel you're talking about. So, and it's not this. Or this. The one, okay, the one that I'm on right now, the one that's circling, that one. Okay, so let me Okay, so this is the right channel then, right? Okay, we got confirmation. Always good. Okay, because I was like being confused. It's like I think I know this channel, but it's like I don't know this channel. Um, but I guess this cat so she passed away. Okay, so okay. Oh, she had lymphoma and stomach cancer, and she went under therapy. Okay, all right. Well, that's unfortunate to hear. But I hope she had a. Oh, she was young. She was just 10. That's tough. That's tough to hear. Okay. So I guess this channel isn't. Oh, so it is still active then. They're still making videos. They're still having. Yeah, they're still making videos. Okay. Okay. All right. Um. Yeah, it's a yeah. I saw it's another kitty now. Maggie apparently. I'm not gonna play this. But okay. Okay, that's who. Because yeah, okay. All right. Okay, cool. I'll have to. It's a cat channel, so I'll sub up to it. I got to keep careful with my subs though. I like to keep around 60, 60 or so. I don't like having too many, because I just feel like I can. Um, yeah, you did hijack the stream, but that's okay. Um, yeah, I like to keep around that 60 mark. I don't like to have. I know Bert. I think he's talked about having like. And I'm gonna stop sharing and let me get back on screen. Um, yeah, Ray, you have over 500 subs. How in the world do you do it? I know that's not for me. I'm sorry, but it's like I couldn't. I wouldn't feel like I would be a good um, subscriber if I was a subscriber to 500 channels because there's no way I can visit them like properly. But that's me. I mean, Bert, I know what are you saying? You got 215. Yeah, I got like 60, 60, 65. 60, 65 is my range. Any more than that, it's too much. It just is. I mean, I hate to say that, but it just is. It's something I can't deal with and something I don't want to deal with. It's way too many. Let me get this light and out of the way a little bit. Um, yeah, yeah, that's true. But anyways, I hope everybody learned a little something. I hope Renee, if you are still in the stream, I hope we're still good. We obviously have a little, differing of opinion with the whole tags and hashtags and SEO and all that stuff. But I definitely will do more research into it. I definitely will look into it more, but I still feel like good content like tops everything in the end. There's no tricks. There's no like I don't know secret formula, secret sauce, anything like that. It's just okay. All right, I just wanted to make sure, Renee, because I didn't, again, I want to try to have this stream to be informative, um, kind of challenge each other a little bit, but to end like on a positive note. So that's the one thing that is the most important thing because we're obviously going to have difference of opinions. But so I'm glad that you're still here and definitely I just wanted to kind of put up this thing here, this little what works for one doesn't work for everybody. And that's okay. I did want to before I leave because I'm going to leave shortly because I am about at my 2 hour mark here, and I promised myself I don't like going over my time. Bert, I don't know how you talk for like 5 hours, but hey, that's just you. Um, but yeah, yeah, and Renee, I can definitely understand the short thing. I still do them because I feel. I don't know. I don't know why I still do them, but I do. I do. I still do them right now. Um, okay, yeah. So real quickly, so just so everybody's here, and I don't want to cut into Logan's stream. Let me know in like a comment on a video if you guys would ever want to get together, not in person. I mean, eventually that'd be cool, but like on a Google Meet. And the reason I say a Google Meet is because then everybody can talk to each other, right? Just let me know. You can actually see each other. So I think if you see each other in person or on a screen, you can actually like read each other a little bit better than just through chats. So just let me know in a comment or let me know like on a video. Yeah, hey, maybe I would like to sign up just for a Google Meet, just with some of the group, and so we can talk each other away from YouTube because everything doesn't always have to be YouTube related, right? Um, but just let me know. Let me know about that. A tranquil bye. I'm gonna wrap up too. So yeah, just let me know about that Google Meet and you know, see what everybody thinks. And that's it. So I think Rosemary's about to be let out. We're gonna release the Kraken, if you will, and I will see I will see you all later. Hopefully next time. And y'all take care. And we'll do this again hopefully next week. Bye. Bye, Martha, Ray, John, Bert, Renee, Patty, if you're still here, Rook, whoever else might be still here. Adios. I try.